How's it going, Critter Family? Hope you all are doing well. We're going over part 2 of this video. The rest of this is just her talking about a game that she made up with Apollo or something, you know, her playing with Apollo. But this is the part where she goes bitless in this video. So if you didn't see part 1, I'll have it linked in the description. I'll have it up in the cards up here. Ellie's already getting into some nonsense, so let's just see how she does with Bella. She has some music in the background, so I just muted it. So she has the bit out, and she's teaching her to stretch. I would rather see her practicing regular cues with, you know, being bitless than teaching, like, to me, I see it as a trick, teaching stretch. There's nothing wrong with it, but that's what she's working on more than, which is great that she has good, you know, verbal control over Bella, but the whole time Bella's ignoring her, ears are back. I am glad that she's bitless. I'm not sure what she's asking. I mean, she's probably asking for stretch. So she's asking for head down. So for me, if I were teaching head down, I would teach, I would have the lead rope here, and I would very gently, using 1 or 2 fingers, just apply the lightest bit of pressure down, and I would just say head once. And as they lower their head, I would release pressure. I might even give them a little reward, but usually, you know, with horses, unless they're really fearful, I don't worry about giving them treats. I have no problem at all giving a horse treats or any animal treats. I just find that, you know, I'll give them one at the end of the session, but, you know, unless I have a very fearful horse that needs to overcome something, then I'll definitely use some extra treats. But for something like this, then I would just, you know, gently apply a little pressure down, and then over time I can just tell them head, and then if they drop their head on their own, then I would probably use that as a moment to give them a treat. So that was good. She said head down. But Bella seems to be stretching and doing this because she's trying to get another treat, or because, you know, she looked like she was pawing, like she's getting frustrated. So she's asking for head down, but Bella is confused. So she's either trying to paw, she's giving her feet, she's confused, she's getting frustrated. So again, she changes. That didn't look like really... That didn't really look like a head down. That looked more like a foot up. But she's asking her to walk on, telling her to whoa. She moves away. So she's learned. So it looks like this is the thing about giving treats to animals, you know, is that they especially animals that don't get treats a lot, is that they will practice the previous behavior that just got them their reward. So instead of her giving her head down, she's actually practicing more on pawing. I don't know that I want to teach a horse that. So she goes to stretching, she goes to pawing, she's trying everything else, and she still rewards for that. But I would say if I'm teaching a horse or any animal a specific behavior, I don't reward until they give me that behavior. The guide that I would use using the lead rope is that I would be able to... Careful, Ellie. I know you're being crazy. I would be able to be more direct with my directions when teaching the horse to lower their head. So I would be able to, you know, tell them, you know, remind them with a little bit of pressure on this as they lower their head. Good. Head, reward. Then I would do that a couple of times and then wait to see if they offer it on their own. I could say head. If they don't, then I could remind them with a little bit of pressure there. They drop their head. Good. They get released or they get a reward. The more they drop their head, the more I can reward them. And it's just like a tiny little, you know, a little piece of carrot or a little, you know, horsey treat, but, you know, just make sure that you're not overdoing it. Good. So that was a good head. She didn't reward her for that. She wants her to walk on, which is good that she's practicing on the ground with her reins like that. Nice loose reins. Bella still has her ears back. Always ears back. And it could just be that she's just a pinny mare, but... And she's telling her, whoa, walk on. So now Bella's looking for her reward. She's not getting one. So that's my thing is, if you're going to give an animal a reward and be a reward-based session, not necessarily even a trainer, but a session, then use them for that behavior. and then end the behavior, and then come back later and maybe don't use treats for a different behavior, or either use them and be consistent, or don't use them and be consistent. I mean, overall, see, the horse, you do right, the horse does right. She can walk her a nice loose lead. Perfect. She's still looking for her goodie, so now she's trying to get her to, was she trying to get her to go back or drop her head? I'm not quite sure, but Ellie's being a little menace, so we're going to end that there. I would love to see more of Bella being bitless, but as you saw in part 1, Tara doesn't know how to ride bitless. So that does it for this video. Thank you for watching. Hope you all are doing well. Go say how to do to your little critters. Give them some kind of love and they appreciate. Say how to do for me. And until next time, practice peace, patience, and positivity.